Bradlands, a play by Rory Doherty. Dangerous Dave, male, late 30s, 40s, a drifter in the post-apocalypse, a disturbed, self-hating, brutish lone wolf. Etsy, female, 20s, a woman running away from a lot of pain, quiet but snarky, hesitant to open up but sharp. A crackling fire. On one side of it sits Etsy, huddled over herself, shivering, with a blanket wrapped around her. On the other side sits Dangerous Dave, regarding her with curiosity. He reaches into a sack and pulls out a battered can of Foster's. He goes to open before remembering his guest, offers it to her. She doesn't respond. He cracks it open, takes a sip.
You traveling alone?
Etsy is just staring into the fire.
You got anyone looking for you is all I mean. I'm Dangerous Dave. I know that name's like a red flag, but seeing as how I've saved your life already, I hope you can see past the misnomer.
I'm Etsy.
Nice to meet you, Etsy.
I'm alone.
Were you always alone?
No.
Dave nods, doesn't press the issue.
Did you find my bag?
There was no bag.
So they did take it.
Who took it? The people who put you in the river?
Yeah.
It's just, you were conscious when I pulled you up.
Yeah.
So why didn't you get out yourself?
You know, I didn't ask you to save me. If I drowned, that's like, my prerogative.
Your what?
So if you're expecting some kind of reward, I don't have anything.
I never said that.
So what do you want from me?
Nothing. I don't want, I just thought to help you. You were drowning. I thought that's what people do.
Am I to believe a man called Dangerous Dave always reaches out to help strangers in dire need? You don't strike me as a man with a whole lot of kindness.
I saved you because you look different. You're right, I'm not in the habit of saving people, but when I saw you, I can see your face, obviously, but the rest of you, different. I don't know how. I'm not like other people. That doesn't happen a lot to me. Was it special? Your bag?
Yeah.
Like, did it talk?
What? No?
Good. I don't want the drowning of a talking bag on my conscience.
When have you ever encountered a talking bag?
What's her face had one? Dora the Explorer.
Who's Dora the Explorer?
It's escaped me. I shouldn't have brought it up.
It had a book in it.
A book?
Lots of paper covered in words.
I know what a book is. I just meant, what need would you have for a book? Who's reading now?
I would write in it.
Memories, in case you forget them.
In a sense, yeah.
The first woman to fly over the Atlantic. That's Dora the Explorer.
How's your memory?
Are you kidding? I just pulled out flying over the Atlantic out of nowhere. I'm sharp.
I mean, do you forget?
Oh, well, everyone does, don't they? That's why we're in this mess. Forgot all the old things and can't remember anything new. Hence, apocalypse. Although I don't know if all the forgetting caused the end of days or if it was just a side effect, chicken or egg. Was it a mental or a nuclear meltdown? Maybe an act of God. That'd be nice, I reckon. Nice and clean cut.
Did you rehearse that?
Of course I did. Everyone has to tell a story.
They shouldn't.
But they do. It's the way it works at shelterings. If you're going to take up tent space, if you're going to huddle around a fire with a bunch of other losers, you got to share your food and tell a story. That's how we pay our way. Tins and tails.
I don't go to them.
What? Why
I
not?
don't trust them.
What's wrong with other people?
They steal your stuff and leave you in rivers.
Oh,
So how much do you forget?
a fair bit. I know who I am, where I'm going. I remember people and places, but yeah, there have been some dips. Like I recognize stuff, but I can't remember its significance. Like say the forest could be growing and I'd never know. I've forgotten what all the noises are supposed to mean. Couldn't tell you what the air tastes like, or even if the air is meant to have a taste.
Okay, it's just if I'm going to talk to you about me, I need to know if you'll remember.
Oh, of course, I'll definitely remember, no doubt about it.
Never mind then.
You lost someone.
Do you get around much?
How do you mean?
You see a lot of people, I mean.
A fair few.
So you've seen what people look like once they've forgotten everything. They're like these shambling plant people. No idea who they are, where they are, can't think or talk. You see them by the side of the road, each one of them like a marker for the person who left behind. At this point, some time ago, someone gave up on this person.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I lost someone.
So you don't like getting attached?
How can you? How can you even get attached anymore? We're not people. We can't connect. We're just reminders of pain. I reckon the only thing we can do is hurt each other. That's what we should ask when we meet someone. Whose pain are you?
I get that.
Sure you do.
I do, honest. What you said about the connection thing. I have this thing. Like I have this thing about faces. They've started slipping away and in their place I just see mine instead. And I hate how he looks. This lumbering mass of stone, patches of hair on his face, eyes glistening, always on the verge of tears. If you're going to cry, do it. Look at me and just do it. Aren't you sad anymore? I hit one of me. The way he was staring back just got on my nerves. I don't usually want to hurt people, but there's something about looking at yourself that makes you go, you deserve to be put right. When he started bleeding, I could tell it wasn't me, so I stopped. Might have said sorry, can't remember, ran off.
But I don't.
You don't look like me, no.
Etsy stares at him, unsure how she feels about him.
Don't worry. There's going to be a day when no one can remember the one before. Then we can start again.
So what, we should just keep our distance from each other until we're all wiped out? So we're all, what you said, plant people?
What do you suggest?
Reach out, be nice, make friends, try to make some type of community. Like you're right, this amnesia shit means we're disconnected, obviously, but then there's what you're suggesting, like this, like, I don't know, this enforced separation, willingly keeping ourselves from one another.
Do you know how much harder it is to make a connection significant if we keep forgetting things though?
But it's worth it.
Maybe initially, but then you have the losing. You've gone through all that effort reaching out to someone and maybe you have a new friend, which is nice, but at some point one of you is going to start forgetting the other and you'll be all alone again. And that hurts. And it's inevitable. I'm trying not to put myself into situations where I inevitably get hurt.
Okay, I get it. Your friend forgot you.
Fuck you.
I get it. It's tough, obviously, but what choice do we have? There's nothing anymore. I'll take the hurt if I get a little bit of light.
Is that why you hurt that person? The one who looked like you? Were you making friends?
It's different.
How?
Because just because I'm a shitty person doesn't mean my opinions are any less valid.
It undermines your point though, doesn't it?
Okay, you don't have to be my friend if you don't want to. That's fine. There's no obligation because of me saving your life. Fair is fair. But soon you're going to realize there's a bad way to go about this world, and you're on it. You think I don't wish I was a better person? You think I wish I hadn't hurt people? I mean, fuck, you're the first person out here I actually bother saving, and you turn around and say I should stick to being awful.
I am the only person who doesn't look like you.
Right.
I'm stuck with no one looking like her. It's printed on everyone's forehead, written over their cheeks, not her. And she's out there alone. She exists unwatched and unprotected. I had to leave her. It's the one thing I wish I could forget, and it's the one thing I'll always remember. We were both in that book. All our memories, all across the pages, proof that we were connected, two minds tied together. That was all I had left of her. And it was all I had left of me. Now someone else has it. See? After I left her, I was all on my own. I thought maybe there was something to this connection shit. So first band of merry travelers I meet, I say, what the hell? Let's be friends, you know? I let myself be vulnerable around them and they all left me for dead. I'm not an idiot. If I stick my hand in a fire and get burned, I'm not going to go near the flames again.
You don't have to forget her, but you do have to forgive yourself.
That would feel a lot better if I knew you could follow your own advice.
Fair. But you're worth something, you know?
Where are we?
Bradlands?
Don't you mean Badlands?
No, I mean Bradlands. This guy called Brad claimed them.
You can't. That's not how it works.
Listen, that sounds like something you should take up with Brad.
I wish I could stop all these horrid feelings. Just let it seep out. The good and the bad, because they're both poisoning me. I wish I could not feel guilty about letting all of it go.
If we don't let anyone in, I guess there's no one else to blame for us feeling crap.
I guess not.
Do you find yourself thinking, do I keep my guard up and stay alive, or do I let it drop to get close to people? You know, do I choose survival or happiness?
I think that too.
It's hard.
Yeah, especially when you don't particularly care about either.
They're staring into the fire in their own heads, but aware of each other sitting nearby. Fade to black.